Welcome to day four, guys. Really quick one today around the movement side of things and your program. So, really, there is a program if you haven't seen it already, and you can follow this 2 to 6 times a week. And then also, we're trying to get in as much extra movement. So, a really simple thing is just to look at how many steps you've been doing on average and add an extra 1,000 steps a day. If you have an iPhone, you can go into the health app and you can actually see how many steps you've been doing over the last week, the last month, the last year. And that's just a really easy way of looking at it. If you don't, you can, I'm not sure about Android, but you can just download a pedometer app on your phone, or if you have a Fitbit or something like that, obviously, I'm sure you already know all that information. So basically just adding in more steps. This is going to be huge from like a body fat point of view, just managing this and getting in more steps, but also from a mobility standpoint, because if you're walking more, you're sitting less, and that's going to have a positive impact on how you feel in your hips, your lower back, all these things. Actually getting in more steps is clinically proven to help back pain as well. Okay, so just walking more, you don't have to do any structured exercise. That's actually going to improve your back pain. Okay, so the big thing is actually scheduling your workouts, and generally scheduling them into the mornings tends to work better for people. So like a really common one that clients tend to resonate with a lot is like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do it first thing in the morning. That might be a 6 a.m. or a 7 a.m. or whatever time, and keep it short. So like 20 minutes is perfectly fine. If you're someone who's already, showing up, no problem, great. But keeping your workouts super short is going to increase the likelihood of you doing them. If you have an hour workout scheduled and you're busy, you're going to skip it. Okay. So just keep it at like 15 to 20 minutes. If you want to do an hour, awesome. But the 15 to 20-minute workouts in your schedule is going to reduce the likelihood of you skipping it, or reducing the likelihood of that resistance to actually get started to take over. Okay, so keep it really small. That's going to be the best thing. And then getting in plenty of steps. So let's just say you saw that you were doing on average like 5 to 6,000 steps. So you're going to say like, okay, I'm going to add in an extra 1,000 steps a day. So Monday to Sunday, I'm going to be hitting on average 7,000 steps or more. Okay. And you might see like whatever on Monday, you had a crazy day, you only got 3,000 steps in. So you're trying to, on average, hit 7,000 a day. So you might do over 10,000 on a few days to make up for the shorter amount of steps. Okay. Also just going for a walk after you eat, that's a nice kind of trigger. So I've just eaten, I'm going to go for a quick walk. It's going to be good for digestion. It's just going to bump up your steps as well. We're actually currently doing a steps challenge with my private clients, and everyone's steps have gone up exponentially because of the challenge. Okay, so just bringing more awareness to steps is going to have a huge impact on getting in more movement and activity. Also, just getting a walk in the morning is a really good thing. So part of your morning routine, you just go for a walk. You don't have time, well, go for a walk, like literally to the end of your street, wherever that is. Okay, so just say, okay, I'm going to go for a 5-minute walk, and that's it. Also, going for a walk without a phone is a really nice thing to do. So you're just literally focusing on being outside, getting fresh air, and not being connected, because chances are once you get into work, like you're on technology for the rest of the day. Also, if you work from home in particular, having a walk is a nice transition activity, but you can do this if you're, if you work in an office as well. But using your walk or physical activity as a transition activity between finishing your work day and starting your time at home, versus especially if you work from home, a lot of times it can just be blended into your life, and you kind of feel like you're constantly working. Even when you're at home trying to spend time with your family, you're constantly on. So you might be like, okay, it's 6 p.m. I've got a hard cut off at 6 p.m. and I'm going to use this 20-minute walk, by myself or with my family or with my friends or whoever. And I'm going to use that as my transition activity. So once I come back in from that walk, everything is off and I'm in home mode now again. Okay. So that tends to work very, very well, in particular if you're working from home. Now, there is a very basic program that I've given you access to as well. And the whole point of this is just to get you into the habit of actually training consistently over the next, well, this week. But of course, if you want to do the whole month, you can as well. And it's a 2-day split. So you can do this anywhere from 2 days a week up to 6 days a week. I generally recommend taking a day off. So you might do like Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday to Friday, or Monday to Saturday. Okay. You can do any of that. And just very simply, you would just do workout 1 on Monday, workout 2 on Tuesday, workout 1 on Wednesday, workout 2 on Thursday, and workout 1 again on Friday. And just make that work depending on if you're doing a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 day split. Okay. Very, very simple. We're going to do an upper body push with a lower body hinge. So the push-ups and glute bridges off the bench. So push-ups focus on the upper body push. Glute bridges focus on the hinge pattern. So they focus on the glutes and the hips. And then upper pull and a lower squat. So technically it's not a pull, but most of you guys mightn't have access to like a chin-up bar. So I just wanted to make it easy that you can do without any equipment, essentially. So reverse tabletop works on all the musculature of the back. I really like this movement as well because it actually strengthens the whole backside of the body and opens up the front of the body. So it kind of offsets all of the downsides of sitting, and then lunges as well to strengthen your lower body. And the way you're going to do it is on the minute, every minute for 10 to 20 minutes. So you will, let's just say you're doing workout 1, you will do your push-ups and you will do the set amount of reps for the first minute. So minute number 1, you do your push-ups for however many is outlined in the program. And then on minute 2, you go to your glute bridges. And then on minute 3, back to push-ups, glute bridges, all the way up until there's 10 minutes done. Okay. So you can finish on the 10-minute mark, or you can push it up to 20 minutes if you want. And I'd also recommend like the first, 1 to 4 minutes. So that's going to be the first 1 to 2 sets of each. Keep it pretty low intensity. So you're just getting, you're warming up essentially still. And then you can kind of push yourself more as you get further up to the 10 minutes. So minutes like 6 to 10 might be more vigorous and intense than minutes 1 to 5 or 1 to 4. There is a prep option as well to do. So you can go through that prep as well. It's going to add a little bit more time on. But it's a very, very good way of just getting your body ready for the actual routine. Okay, so you can keep your workouts to 10 to 15 minutes if you're doing the prep as well, or kind of 20 to 30 minutes if you want to do the full thing. And again, you can do this anywhere from 2 to 6 times a week. So the other part of it is, as I was saying, is to move more. So that extra 1,000 steps a day, but also just thinking about how you can actually get more OTMs into your day. So I love OTMs because it's a really, really easy to remember acronym. Clients are always talking about like, oh yeah, I just, I got in some OTMs yesterday. Okay. So it's kind of like a fun way to remember, and just simple things like taking the stairs instead of the lift or the escalator. You find if you're ever coming out of like a public transport, like in particular subway or something like that, everyone's on the escalator and the stairs are empty, so just take the stairs. You're going to be the minority there. Park the car further away from your store. Also, a really nice one that a few clients are doing is, instead of just parking right outside the school and it's really busy with traffic, park maybe like 500 to a kilometer away from the school and then walk your kids into school, if you have kids, of course. So this is just a nice way of just getting in more activity that you wouldn't otherwise. And you're going to spend more quality time with your kids in the morning as well. Now, it just means that you need to be quicker in the morning. That's basically it. You need to be better with your time versus rushing. Okay. Walk when taking a call, or else also if you're like working from home, not just sitting at a desk the whole time, but actually like maybe sitting on the ground, standing as well. And again, you're just changing how you're spending your day, because if you're on autopilot mode, you are going to be completely sedentary. That's just the way the world is set up. So you want to actually give yourself as many opportunities to move. And the first step around this is actually bringing awareness to that.